You're live. I'm live. Hey guys, anybody's watching? I just tried to do this stream a minute ago and like it couldn't connect or something. I don't know. Anyway, got a pretty special beer tonight. Another one I got on Tavor. DUBCO, which stands for Destination Unknown Brewing Company. Abuse of Stout. Imperial Stout with honey, cocoa nibs, vanilla, coconut, and almonds. 12% ABV, full 16-ounce can. And it was only $7.99 on Tavor. So if you want to sign up for Tavor, link in the description below, you're going to get $10 off your first purchase. And it lets them know that I sent you. So let's dive in here. Sorry about the terrible lighting. The cats are blocking my... I don't know, whatever. So let's dive in here. Yeah, I can definitely smell coconut and vanilla. Smells very sweet. If there's honey, usually when brewers use honey in a beer, it's just a alternative sugar, and the yeast eats almost all the honey, so you don't really taste honey unless they add it, like at the bottling or something. But yeah, I'm definitely getting coconut and vanilla, so it kind of smells like Almond Joy candy bar. In fact, I guess that's what they're going for because it's like chocolate, coconut, almonds. Yeah, cocoa nibs. I mean, well, cocoa nibs and chocolate aren't the same thing, but it's like vanilla essentially gives you the impression of chocolate. Yeah. So I think they're just going for a Almond Joy in a beer form. And it's 12% ABV. Where are these guys out of? Bayshore, New York? I think that's Long Island. I'm pretty sure it is. Because there's no bays. There's no bays in upstate New York. Appearance probably looks black on camera. That's what it is. It's really like a dark, dark brown. Not much of a head. A little bit of a foam when I poured it, but it's, fizzled away. So let's dive in here. Cheers. Well, if they're going for an Almond Joy beer, they pretty much nailed it. Yeah, I get a lot of chocolate, like a milk chocolate for sure, and the vanilla is gonna give it that flavor. And like coconut. I don't really get like a nutty character exactly. I let this can sit out for like 15 minutes, let it warm up. Usually, it's very rare that brewers use nuts in beer, and even when they do, unless it's like the main ingredient, like some kind of pecan beer, you don't really tend to taste the nut that much. Yeah, nice. For a stout, like some stouts are, very fruity. This one is it's all the additives. It's just a lot of chocolate and coconut. Kind of reminds me. Well, I mean, Last Snow has the coffee edition, so there's no coffee in here. So just they're just going for a total pastry stout. I think coffee's like the only thing that's missing in here. I mean, you got cocoa nibs, vanilla, honey, cocoa nut, and almonds. They're calling this Imperial Stout, but it should really be an Imperial Porter because I'm not really getting any roasted malt flavor on here. But then again, I'm not really getting any like fruity flavor either. I wouldn't go as far as say it's like almost like a flavored malt beverage. It's not. It's just like, it doesn't taste like a liqueur. I mean, it definitely tastes like a beer. So, I mean, and it kind of reminds me of like something Southern Tier would do, or DuClaw, any of those breweries that make these like imperial pastry stouts with lots of sugary additives. I'm trying to I'm concentrating on trying to pick up that almond character. And there is I guess kind of a general nuttiness in the background. You tend to get a natural nutty character on a lot of German lagers and beers with toasted kind of maltiness, not deep roasted anything like this. And for all I know, and what I suspect is that it probably is mostly two-row and a lot of toasted malt, and then they just kind of throw black patent malt in there for color. So it's that would account for not really getting much of a roasty flavor. There's still a lot left in the can here. I'm sorry the light's so terrible, but you can probably see. Yeah, it looks, whoops. It's almost I will say it has a nutty kind of color to it. Almost it's coffee, when you have fresh brewed coffee and you're pouring it, that kind of color before you put sugar and cream in it. Mouthfeel on here is not. You would think 12% ABV and all the additives, it's gonna be super thick and chewy. I'd probably call it medium full. I don't think it's straight up full bodied. It's actually remarkably smooth. I will say that there's kind of a silky smoothness to this. I'm surprised I didn't throw lactose sugar in here. I mean, they got everything else in there. Oh, I'm just dripping beer all over me. And I just did laundry too. Damn it. Yeah, so I feel I've had this beer before. Because so many of these breweries are doing these big imperial pastry stouts with tons of additives in them. But I mean, maybe just because I've been drinking craft beer for so long, and it's kind of I feel nothing could top the Southern Tier Blackwater series, or even Sweet Baby Jesus and those types of beers. It's I guess because I had those years ago, I mean, who knows how long this brewery's been making this beer, who came first, but whatever. But it's and I will say, it's 12% ABV. It doesn't feel that heavy. I don't get hardly any alcohol flavor or warmth on here. There's a little bit of a butterscotch kind of taste to it, which is fine. There's probably might be a little bit of diacetyl in there or something, but why not? I already have all these other sugary flavors. Why not throw a little bit of a fatty kind of flavor in there? I will say it's a very, very subtle. It's not way up there, but I mean, the beer just it's an Almond Joy beer. It's chocolate and coconut. And as it warms up even more, I am starting to get a little bit of a fruity flavor to it as well. This is a good beer. It's not, blowing my mind. It was only $7.99 for one can, which I think that's a pretty good deal for 12% ABV beer, especially considering that it's a full pint can. But I feel I want to share this can with somebody. It's actually a bit of a challenge for me to drink this entire thing, because it does leave kind of a sticky, sugary aftertaste. Yeah, it's kind of if you had some kind of chocolate mousse or German Black Forest cake or whatever it's called. It's something that's super rich and sweet like that, and you have way more than you really need. I don't want to toss this. So I paid $8 for this. I want to get I'm not gonna throw $4 worth of beer down the drain. But anyways, that being said, I'm going very, very long. I haven't rated this yet. I think I'm gonna go. I mean, I could go anywhere from 3.75 to 4.25. On one hand, I think it's really Well, I think 4 is pretty fair. It's a good beer. It could have been a mess, but it is tasty. I think like there's probably a little bit more in here than it needs to be. I don't think it needed to be 12% ABV. You know, throwing honey in there is going to boost ABV up. That's probably... That also account for the mouthfeel not being super thick. When you add honey, it tends to thin out the mouthfeel. So yeah, I mean, it's good, it's fine. Like I said, I just feel like I've had this before. It's tasty. Drinkability on it is a little low, but you know, I'm satisfied. So yeah, I think I might go. I don't know. Sometimes if you look on Untappd, sometimes what I rate on there is like way different than what I rate on the YouTube video. So yeah, in fact, I might even drop this all the way down to 3.5. Well, I don't know. That seems kind of harsh, but all right. Well, follow me on Untappd. There's a link in the description below, and I will see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Bye.